My name is Ira Weissman. I'm a partner in the law firm of Obedin and Weissman. We are located in centralized Suffolk County, New York. A large part of what we do is DWI defense. I've been practicing for 30 years on the defense side, and I've had occasion to try 30 to 40 DWIs, and I've handled hundreds of them in my career. If you need help with a DWI, it's important to hire somebody who has experience in not only handling the matters, but trying them, because they can best help you if, unfortunately, you've been charged with DWI in New York. I am very often asked by not only by clients, but by family and friends, is it better to refuse a chemical test if you are unfortunately arrested for driving while intoxicated? And it's a tough question to answer, but the way I will answer it is by saying what the consequences are, and it's really a fact-based situation. Generally speaking, if you're arrested for driving while intoxicated, and then of course you're asked to take a chemical test, and by chemical test I mean a breath test or a blood test, the first thing you should do is ask that officer, can I speak with a lawyer? And they're going to say yes, because you have the right to consult with a lawyer. And simply delaying the answer to his question or to her question for a little bit so that you could speak to a lawyer is allowed. And sometimes in speaking to a lawyer, that lawyer may be able to ask you questions while on the phone with you, while you're at the precinct, where the lawyer will be able to advise you. But the consequences, if you refuse a chemical test, a breath or blood test, that can have a consequence not only on the case going forward, because the factor of your refusal could be used against you if the case should proceed to trial, but it can also result in the suspension and later the revocation of your driver's license. So these are the things that you want to consider when being asked to submit to a test should you be arrested for driving while intoxicated. And really, so my answer always first is try to speak to a lawyer so you can get advice in the moment. The lawyer can consider some of the things that you're telling them over the phone about the consequences of your arrest. What happened? Was there a car accident? Were you drinking? This should be a conversation that you're able to have in confidence with the lawyer, not in the earshot of the arresting officer. Really, my answer is speak to a lawyer, and that lawyer can advise you on whether or not to submit to that chemical test. So if you've been arrested in New York for driving while intoxicated, call us. We are available 24/7 to answer your call and to answer your questions. And if you're under arrest or a loved one is under arrest, we will be there for you the next day to help you.